It's been an eventful few days, hasn't it? I suppose all we can do now is wait for word from Alpha now. I don't recall the last time I had nothing pressing to be getting on with. Should probably make the most of it. Should I put on some tea? Tea would be lovely. You may regale me with the tale of your adventures in the Far East, and of your encounter with this new primal especially.
Oh no.
I'll put the kettle on then. That table looks free if you'd like to take a seat. Oh, I get to go take a seat myself.
No, you can't sit and be done with it.
Upon sitting at the table, several cutscenes will play in sequence. Chat, are we ready for several cutscenes to play in sequence?
I'm not, but I gotta do it anyway, so...
This is an important chair.
I don't know if I'm ready for the commitment. The commitment of sitting. So much to sit. Now people are pinging me in the roto. Well, they can wait. Let's go. Sit. Interesting. So this Tsukuyomi was summoned in much the same manner as Susanoo, via the medium of a sacred relic. That's right. They believe their gods or kami reside in physical objects. Given the danger they represent, it may behoove us to begin a catalogue of such relics, but if we're to contain the threat, we will require a better understanding of the summoning method itself. I believe I'll pay a visit to Doma and learn what I can on the subject. A fine idea. And I know for a fact that our friends in Doma would be grateful for any information which could help prevent further summoning in the region. I'll pen you a letter of introduction. Lord Hien will wish to welcome our resident expert on aetherology. Greetings. Could it be in time for tea? It certainly looks that way. Come, sit down and tell us how your investigations went. After you left, I went about questioning Bloodhouse gravekeepers. They all told me much the same story. Once Lisa and her officers had confirmed Xenos dead, his corpse was interred under strict supervision. There seems little reason to doubt their testimony on that point. When I mentioned the defacement of Xenos' grave, accounts grew rather more vague. None reported having seen any suspicious persons in the vicinity, and all assumed the act to have been perpetrated by a vengeful Alamegan. Crucially, however, I was able to confirm that when the offending scrawl was removed, as per Lisa's instruction, no one involved thought to check the contents of the coffin. By that stage, 'tis like the corpse was already missing. Assuming Xenos has not in fact risen from the dead, we're left with two possibilities. Either the body was disposed of to lend credence to the claims of an extremely committed impostor, or an Ascian has taken up residence within it. If Asahi was as fervent a devotee as you believe, he would not have been fooled by an impersonation, however committed. You must assume we are dealing with an Ascian and proceed accordingly.
I don't know. It doesn't seem like Farah's devotion didn't seem to know Xenos that well.
Agreed. Question is, how many more such monsters are waiting for Alphino and Garlemald? Their presence was his chief reason for going. Understood his risks. I only hope he did not underestimate the extent of the infestation. What are we seeing? Imperial Hypersonic Assault Craft L-25. Master Alphino, we're making good speed towards our destination. Is aught amiss? Nay, 'tis just I can see naught from my cabin and was curious to know the land over which we flew. I'm afraid our military craft are built with little thought for such niceties. I'm happy to indulge your curiosity, however. We're presently passing over the Burn, on the western edge of Othard. Even with the benefit of a porthole, your gaze would have been greeted with naught but malms upon malms of lifeless earth. I've read somewhere of the burn. It was described as a desolate wasteland, blood dry of every last drop of aether. Aye, it's believed a succession of the Icon's summonings was responsible. When Emperor Solus first came to Ulthorn and beheld the plight, he is said to have reeled at the scale of the devastation. He declared Icons a threat to our very star's existence, and issued an empire-wide decree ordering the eradication of all such entities.
No.
Report! I like Maxima. Wonder attack, sir. Magitech armor, no visible designation. Magitech, but who? All cannons return fire. Damage report. The main reactor's been hit. Home unresponsive. We're going down, sir. Damn it, they knew exactly where to hit us. All hands, brace for impact.
They must be familiar with the tech to strike.
And it must be someone who doesn't want populares gaining influence. Glad to have you back, Master Alphen. We've landed in one place, in one piece, more or less. But the air filtration system is damaged and the ship is filling with smoke. Let's gather the survivors and get out while we can. Aye, aye. Duty calls! Commence battle!
Oh, dang it! Why would you do that in the middle of a cutscene?
Skip the cutscene. Skip the next cutscene.
Are we actually going to play as Alpha now?
Yes!
Okay, we are. Oh,
okay.
Why is...
I need to fix all of this. Okay, Ruin 3. Master Alphino, might I ask you to search for survivors? Let me do my hotbar. Okay. Oh, I can't. Okay.
That's not good.
Oh, I see. I only have access to Physic, Tri-Shackle, Starstorm, and Ruin 3. Okay.
Okay, looks like the Moonstone Carbuncle is already...
Yeah, this is like discount Arcanist. Okay. Destroy the airship wreckage.
Oh, I guess we gotta look for survivors. Where could they be? Not there, apparently. Where is
Wounded
everyone?
Popularis. Go. My thanks. I don't think I'd have made it.
Oh.
Yes, you very likely saved his life. The question is who would try to take it remains. Strangers, with these last few other military, let them survive. The prince wishes none alive. The prince! You've come not to parley, I fear. Ready your weapons. Physic myself. God, physics sucks so much.
Just shackle him, I guess. Oh yeah, mana. I forgot about that.
Okay, damn it. Confound it. Not here. Not like this.
Okay, yeah, this is an assassination attempt, I think.
And who the hell are you? Who in the Emperor's name? Enemies are enemies. Introductions can wait. You're calm in crisis. Let's finish this then.
That's a gunblade.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm a healer, so I'm only going to be getting AoE benefits on 2 up. Or on 3 up, rather. I remember this. Well, if I stay in the radius of the carbuncle, I get damage up.
No.
And damage taken down.
Let's see something else. Oh wait, that's an ally AoE. Okay. Right, that move!
Such devastation!
But it can't be, right?
He never died. He went back to the fucking Empire. Oh god, what's his fucking name?
Gaius?
Gaius! Holy shit! Gaius! This time the devastation is our intention. Oh, I have Starstorm limit break. Let's go.
Oh. Yeah, that probably did. Oh. DK?
It's so awkward not being... failing to care at all. Aww. Gaius!
Hey.
Gaius!
Oh dear.
You bastard! Alphino doesn't hate you as much as I... Oh, no, frickin'... All that devastation. This guy is outside of his armor. Oh my god. Identified by attack that we've all seen too many times grinding the castrum. My thanks, your intervention proved most timely. And you need a... that. That. Well, well. I did not think to meet an Eorzean in this place, let alone a Scion.
Yep, that's definitely him.
You know of me, sir? I have some small history with your order. But I would speak of the present. Know you your assailants and the severity of your predicament. The soldiers bore the insignia of the Emperor's personal guard. And I could venture a guess as to the motive, but you yet have us at a disadvantage, sir. Will you not tell us who you are? Our names are not yours for the asking. As for our purpose, let this be your answer. An Asian mask. The face of our prey. He learned the hard way that you can't trust the Asians.
Yep. Like his outfit, though. I kind of want something like that myself.
We must away before more arrive. Come with us or stay, but make your choice now. We should manage the long trek out of the burn and secure passage to the capital. We'd no doubt be greeted by the Emperor's guard. Indeed, we accept your gracious offer. Shadow Hunter will suffice for the present. Gaius von Balsar, that's your name. Come. I remember it now. Alpha, no, you don't remember him because you never fought him.
You never fought him. He doesn't know his techniques. Yeah. He was mostly out of the combat, and he wasn't even involved until the raid on the Waking Sands.
That's right, because Alphino wasn't kidnapped. Alphino is like the only one of us who won't know who Gaius is. Oh my god. This game does do wonders with dramatic irony. And meanwhile, we're like, we're just having tea.
Why are you spacing out for like 20 minutes?
That's intolerable. As much as I wish it were otherwise, there's nothing we can do for Alphino now, but pray for his success. Well, that's not entirely true. While your brother journeys to Garlemald from the east, I could make my way there from Alamigo and find out what there is to be learned of the Empire's western provinces. And I'm coming with you. We can very well sit here sipping tea if there's action to be taken. Forgive me, Alice, but the provinces are hostile territory, and stealth is important. It's safer I go alone. I can sneak well enough when the situation demands it. Don't patronize me. Girl, you are not a rogue. You are a red mage, and you're a very loud red mage. Leave it to Thinker. You and I, we're the hammer. We're the hammer. We'll chill out and smash when the time comes. I understand your frustration, but Gobo's the right of it. We should defer to Thancred's expertise in the matter. Fine, just promise you'll be careful. We don't want you possessed by an Asian again. Alice and her brother bicker as siblings do, but she worries for him nonetheless. It would be a kindness if you were to visit from time to time and distract her from her cares. Well, I'd best put my skulking boots. There's no room for mistakes once I've crossed the border from Alamigo. Seems the praying is the extent of my contribution after all. But I'll stay behind, as I've been bid. We all have our talents. Mine just happens to involve a silver tongue and soft souls. I promise to send word the moment I learn aught of consequence. I see you notify me too. I mean to depart for Doma as soon as I find a suitable East-Aldenard vessel to bear me thither, but I'll return if I'm needed. Be sure to drop in whenever you're near Next in the area, Gobo. With any luck, I'll have a painfully detailed report from Alphino to share. Shall we meet outside and re-party?
No.
No? Okay.
I was like, oh, there's another quest right away, right here.
Sisterly love. Oh, Gobbo, if you'd come here hoping for news, I'm afraid there isn't any.
I never left.
Everything's exactly as it was. I bet this is the quest jump where, like, the patch was.
Probably.
Everything's exactly as it was. Ishtola is still investigating primals in the Far East. Thancred is still gathering intelligence in the Imperial provinces, and Alphino is still out there somewhere. There's no word since the first scheduled report, nor does he respond to calls. And all the while, I'm just meant to sit around here waiting. It's driving me mad. Begging your pardons, I bear a message from the Eorzean Alliance. Well, thank the gods for that. We have a visitor. Welcome to the Rising Stones. If you have a message, I should be most eager to hear it. My lady, the Alliance leadership will soon convene to discuss the matter of Ascian interference, and humbly request the presence of Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Having assessed intelligence provided by the Alamegan resistance concerning the whereabouts of Xenos' remains, they too suspect Ascian involvement and wish to deliberate a suitable course of action. As the foremost authorities on our foe, your orders, counsel, would be most welcome. Of course, we'd be glad to assist in whatever way we can. With almost everyone else afeared, I'd say this one falls to us, by which I mean, I'm not going on my own. You'll come with me, I trust. I'd rather not. This is what Alphino does. And we're without an Alphino. If you would rather not, how do you think I feel? I despise formal occasions, as well you know. But in the absence of Alphino and the others, we'll just have to grin and bear it, won't we? Well, there you have it. We accept the invitation. Thank you. The time and date of the meeting will be shared in due course. I confirm the council will take place in Alamigo by your leave. Let's go to Alamigo. I somehow doubt we'll have anything useful to offer, but standing mutely at a meeting would still be better than nothing I've been doing of late. Let's make ready to depart, shall we? Thancred, what's going on, man? Alright, just be careful on the road back, you hear? Did I hear right, Rio? Thancred's coming back? Aye, that he is. Says he's acquired some important intelligence. That was fast! Being in Garlean territory, though, he couldn't risk sharing the particulars in case the Imperials were listening in. Said he'd head back as quick as he could and make sure someone was waiting for him in the Alamegan quarter. Understood. Gobo and I will go.
That's fast, especially for someone who can't teleport anymore.
We're bound for Alamigo anyway, and there's sure to be some time before the council begins. Come on, let's be off. Yeah, we totally had 3 months of downtime between clicking that quest and the next. That's why we aren't in party. I want to see the new emote, though. It didn't seem to do anything.
It's a face expression. So, like, you'll have to look close at your face to see it.
Oh, I furrow my eyebrows slightly. Freaking furrow eyebrows slightly emote. Also, Alice,
you also look a bit to the side if you're not focused on anything.
I don't want to do that. That sounds like a pain. I trust we'll meet Halabali in Halabigo.
Oh, I just got you. Okay, bye.
Bye? Bye?
Bye, 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 bye.
Bye, bye. I just want to make out with the girls and guys. Whatever that freaking TikTok is.
Bye, 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 bye.
God damn it. I got enough of that song in the 90s. I don't need any more of it. I don't like NSYNC. Not for, like, stupid reasons, but I don't like NSYNC. There's no doubt your talent for espionage, but the journey's long and the border's heavily guarded. You did well to make it back in one piece. Hey, Thancred. You two are a sight to sore eyes. And all I need is water for my parched throat. Fetch me a cup, will ya? Traipsing through Imperial territory's thirsty work. Fine.
God, I needed that.
I won't bother telling you to catch your breath. Whatever brought you galloping back to us, I assume it's urgent.
Quite. Without further ado, then.
Oh yeah, I think we heard something like about
After
this.
the successful uprisings in
When we were at that play ship.
Rebels in several other provinces were inspired to follow suit. Unfortunately, they did not fare quite so well.
Oh no, the bunnies down in the south.
The Dalmascans paid the heaviest price.
Damn! Oh no!
For their defiance, the Emperor made a show of razing their capital to the ground, prompting many of their neighbors to abandon thoughts of resistance.
The Dalmascans?
But not all have given up on liberty. Heartened by the news of Doma's prisoner exchange, some still believe that the Empire may one day be amenable to negotiation. We have the shinobi to thank for spreading the good word. They have worked tirelessly to keep the subjugated informed, and a little knowledge can go a long way.
Well, that's good.
There is at least a spark of hope, then.
Oh, now they're doing that.
Spark in want of kindling, yes. The Alliance has already begun supplying materiel to resistance movements abroad, many of whom would otherwise struggle to continue the fight. The support effort has been led by the Sultana and the Elder Seedseer, who have both seen enough Alamegan refugees to know the consequences of oppression. And for their troubles, they have quickly earned a reputation as folk heroes in certain corners of the Empire.
Good. Sultana Besti deserves it.
That is all for the provinces. As for the Garlean motherland itself, our friends the Populares have suffered something of a setback, I regret to say. Talk is rife that Doma has summoned a primal, and the Empire's more liberal voices are being drowned out in the fearful clamor for retribution.
And who do they think orchestrated this summoning?
Oh, any but those truly responsible. Xenos has seen to that. Speaking of whom, the Crown Prince is recovering remarkably well. Well,
He walks in plain sight, and none suspect him. Then it's as we feared.
yes. An Ascian wears his skin. But it was not that which brought me here in such haste. During my time in the provinces, I learned many things. Yet at no point did I hear any report of a Doman emissary in the capital.
But Alphonse should have arrived by now. Could they be holding in there in secret?
The possibility did cross my mind, but I have reason to believe he never reached his destination. As you know, Scions assigned to covert operations, such as Riol and myself, are issued special link pearls for communication in the event of an emergency. I mention this because it was originally Alphino's task to coordinate the response at headquarters. meaning he has one. And whose voice should I hear when mine recently crackled to life?
You spoke with Alphino?
Spoke with? No. I but heard his voice, and none too clearly at that. 2 words were all I could make out. The burn.
The wasteland on the edge of Otherd. Something must have happened to them there. There's no time to waste. We must make for the burn at once.
I had a feeling you might say that.
And? I can't very well sit around here drinking tea if Alphino's in trouble. You said yourself that this link pill was only to be used in emergencies. So I'm going, and that's the end of it.
So...
Who's gonna sit in the meeting with everyone, though?
Yeah, who's gonna do that?
Dagrid, we volunteer you.
Oh, far be it from me to change your minds.
You have a banquet to attend, Dagrid. Have fun. I'll leave the 2 of you to your task and see to my own, which is the banquet. Attend the banquet. Loath though I am to neglect making preparations for the council, we must act swiftly before Alphino's trail goes cold. I propose we first pay Hien a visit. He's sure to want to hear about these developments, and he may be able to advise on how to best reach the burn. Sound plan, and Y'shtola in Doma, is she not? I dare say she'd join you in search if you asked her nicely. Well, you see that? I'll go report my findings to the Alliance. You may leave the preparations to the council for me. Farewell. Trying to abandon me. Trying to come to Doma without me.
What, you got a meeting to go to.
I have no meetings to go to. Thancred's taking care of it.
Alright.
That's curious indeed. While other matters deem my attention at the present, I'll bear what you've told me in mind. Should you notice any change, I do not hesitate to seek me out. Thank you, my lady. You're most kind. Hey, Y'shtola. Well, 2 faces from the dim and distant past. Come now, it hasn't been that long. It hasn't even been an hour. Who is that you're speaking with? A local miner who supplies crystals for the rebuilding effort. Of late, he claims to have struggled to find a crystal with so much as a trace of elemental energy. Upon learning that I had some knowledge of Aether, he came seeking my counsel. Just now, he brought me one of his recent finds. It's precisely as he described, devoid of elemental energy, and eerily reminiscent of the diaspect crystals that manifested in Eorzea in the days prior to the calamity. We would be wise to investigate this phenomenon more closely. Indeed, but on a more positive note, the locals seem to have taken a liking to you. More an interest in than liking to, I think. The sight of a Makote with a peculiar contraption upon her head has a certain novelty value in these parts. Any actual regard they may have to me I owe wholly to you and the others who came before. Everyone here has been exceedingly cooperative, and I am pleased to report I have all but concluded my investigation. Simply put, by focusing one's will upon an aether-infused object of worship, it is possible to conduct a summoning. So the fact that they're objects of worship is key. They are themselves suffused with the requisite belief. Correct. Such sacred relics as the Kojin collect out obviate the need for religious fervor in the summoner, Yotsuyu being the most obvious example. She had but to associate the artifact given her by Asahi with the divine, and it served to amplify her desires and give them form. A form nourished through the power of crystals and also provided by her brother, and thus was Tsukuyomi brought into being. Which brings me to the question of the preventative measures, to which I have yet to find a satisfactory answer. At present I know of naught that will avail us, save to keep watch over the movements of relics and crystals, as if we did not have enough to watch over already. But I doubt you came all this way to hear that which may be perused in the report. Has something happened to Alphino? Yeah. I'll join you in the search, of course. Thank you, Stola. I'll be glad for your help, truly. Now, if there's anything else, I'll go ahead and request an audience with Lord Hien. I will find my ibuprofen because I have a slight headache. Alisaie puts on a brave face, but she has little talent for concealment. We should join her at the CanCon. We will, after I take an ibuprofen. Gosh, Stola. Let a girl take her headache medicine.
I gotta turn on the AC.
Okay. Hey, guardsmen. We are not expected. Let us in anyway. Lord Hien's expecting you. How? We just got here. How the hell are you expecting us, Lord Hien?
You saw us and reported it right away?
I should not have allowed Master Alphino to leave without an escort. But it avails us not to dwell on the past. Let's focus on what can be done now. There you are. I apprised Hien of the situation. My report can wait. Finding Alphino must take priority. Greetings, my friend. Alisaie's explained all to me. Needless to say, you'll have our full cooperation in the search. Even if Alphino's trail leads to the burn of all places. Yay. Give me money. I already have food to eat before we go in the burn. Feel the burn! The region known as the Burn occupies a special place in Garlean history. Every child in the Empire is familiar with the tale. In the distant past, there was a verdant land teeming with life, but successive summonings saw it bled dry of aether and reduced to a desert. It was upon beholding the devastation the Primals had wrought that the Emperor Solus spurred to embark on his crusade against their kind. The burn offers a glimpse into the future we seek to prevent. Know you of any reason why Alphino may have gone there? Aye, mischance. Though it lies on the road to Garlemald, it has no place to make a stop. My guess is they encountered some manner of trouble there. In any event, I am of the same mind as Alisaie. We have no choice but to take our search to the burn. Given the considerable distances involved, it's best we went by bird. Gobo and I have our yoles, Yugiri, ready falcons for the others. I'll gather our swiftest birds. Near the House of the Fierce there's an overlook. Pray join us once you have seen your preparations. Okay, I have to stop by and say hi to Sadu. Oh, we're going... Oh, the house. That's the House of the Fierce. Not where Magni is. Okay, well, that's fine. I got my hopes up for Sadu time.
Oh, it's up there.
Cute birdies.
Yeah, I got a better horse.
If everyone's here and possessed of a bird,
Yeah.
let us away. Remember, our destination's a barren wasteland. There's no civilization to speak of for 100 malms in all directions. Take care you do not lose your way. The burn is now accessible. Which means, are we carrying what we want?
Yep. Just need a tank.
Eat those tofu pancakes. Clear cast from
why are you eating
Fluminous.
tofu?
And fire up the burn.
I guess I could eat a fat chocobo. Oh wait, that's for XP. Oops.
I'm going to go see if I can, before we pop, get the better top from Rauger's Reach.
Just gonna look good in the rain.
Yay. Tombstone Exchange. Disciple of War. Reaper. Maiming. It is maiming. There we go. You, then you. There we go. I'm not going to be able to afford anything else, am I? Oh, I need to get something. I need to get better shoes. There we go. And the ad break is over.
Yay!
I'll come back. Woo. So what's this about looking pretty in the rain?
That's right. And I'm looking pretty. I don't think that helps in the rain.
Makes you all wet?
Makes the water go up my nose.
I am so glad I have this breakfast emote. It's like, yep, standing in the rain, munching on a bit of stale bread. Keeping my energy up for the burn. Also, I don't like that with this outfit. I'm just gonna take whatever I have by default. Means I need to reportrait.
You realize this clothes are plated, right?
I know, that lets me practice on you. I'm well aware that you'll never let me do it again. Oh, so that's not towards the target, that's just forward. Okay.
Tiger. Pendulum.
I see, and it does not cancel my combo. Whoa, that's too far. Ooh, what's down here? The House of the Fierce is down here. Maybe? Whoa. I found a thing. I found a place. I found a thing in a place. Welcome out of bed. Oh, I found the back door to the House of the Fierce that we don't use because we can fly. I found the correct way in and out of the House of the Fierce. But it matters not because I have a flying Tyrannosaurus. Yay. I kind of like that. Oh! So, when I use Hell's Ingress or Hell's Egress, it immediately gives me a harp. Neat! So I can see... Oh, you're like a big thing. I don't want to just die while we're waiting. So... I can be like... Naruhodo. I'm starting to understand how Reaper works. Just in time! Yay! The burn. We're in. Oh. Who's our tank?
Oh man, did it have to be a burn?
Friends. We are come to the burn.
Oh, tank is asking Sprouts.
Everyone, land where you can. We must wait out the storm.
Oh no, the storm!
Ah, too much dirt!
And we're being assured that the story gets better after Stormblood. Thank you, Athena.
If Stormblood was so bad, I'm pretty sure people would have just stopped playing it and we never get so far to Shadowbringers.
Yeah.
Oh, that is a nice outfit.
Aw, Athena can't. Also, healer, do you mind? Full pull. Go, go, go. Go, go, go. A test of your reflexes. Fucking making a Xenos quote here.
I don't mind. I don't know if I'll be good at it, but I don't mind. Oh, you call this water wall?
That's the wall. Yay! Never died.
Oh, there are AoEs here. Oh, I'm getting. They are beating me. Yep. I'm saving my AoE.
Whoa! As fast as we can. Let's go.
Not too fast. I gotta keep up first.
Should I care about positionals? Yes. Do I? No.
Nope.
Ouchie, ouch.
Wait, there's only 3 crystals now? Oh wait, there's a 4th one there.
Raha! Loot.
Oh, don't go too far.
Oh, she's gonna go too far. This is the tank that you love. Woohoo!
Whoa. What's this? Ow. Ew.
Hmm.
No. Ow. I didn't see in time, okay?
Bruh.
She's probably responding to me just standing there and taking the move.
Yeah. Bruh.
I don't want to heal out of spite.
Don't be that.
Yeah. I'm cranky.
We're good. It's all good. Everything's great. I've got a bunch of stuff I need. Cool. Gonna get maiming gear out of this.
She ran off ahead.
Yeah.
MI's boost isn't ready.
That sounds like a healer skill issue. Don't need to kill me. Frickin' love Bloodbath. Bloodbath is so good. I wish I could have Bloodbath on my summoner.
Oh, yep, I'm gonna get hit.
Woohoo! Cutscene! Ooh. Oh, BT
hey.
dub. What's our BT dub, Athena? Yes, I like character-based camera.
What do you mean character-based camera?
It's a MMO scheme. I guess there's different ways you can do it. Some people prefer the MMO scheme. And the people who do are like, it's better. And then I'm like, no, I like this.
No, I just barely dodged that. Okay.
Da 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 da. Missed.
Oh, dang it! My targeting, I did not mean to hit that.
I'm still good.
Let's see, does it aim like that? Of course it does.
Haha! Take it up the bum, Miss Dragon. You're nothing. Oh god, I like Reaper. Reaper is good.
I really gotta remember it's about thin air.
Oh my god. Reaper is so good. Now that I'm getting the hang of what's going on. Oh. I'm sorry, Halabali. I think you like the only bad job in this game. Oh, she blends into the burn.
How fitting. Oh, hi, Gary. Why are you still up? Hi, Alice. Hey.
She gets all the commends.
Oh, hey, she actually stayed behind.
Yeah. Woohoo!
Oh, this is a nice outfit.
Now, before I leave, this helm is not as good. And is it glammy? No, it is not. These earrings are not going to beat as Anna's earrings. This choker, 63-64. Choker wins. Miss Dragon card. Okay. Now I'm ready for this cutscene. In my new little choker. Yay. That's a big worm.
Between contending with bloodthirsty beasts and sand in my every conceivable place, I'm quite ready to leave this wasteland. But first things first.
Lord Hian, you're in the burn. You can say ass. You're allowed to say ass. Your people are not here.
Over yonder.
Yeah.
Judging by its class, it must be the vessel that bore Master Alphinaud away.
Don't like it.
War Machina. It would seem they were involved in a struggle. There may be clues. We should split up and search the area.
There's no sign of Alphinaud.
The way the dirt's covering their bodies, it makes me remind me of like this one side quest in another game where like people got turned into salt statues.
It's just the sandy, salty burn.
These were no ordinary soldiers. Over here! The insignia on this man's uniform identifies him as one of the Emperor's personal guard. Hand-picked soldiers, answering only to the royal family.
That would explain why all the casualties are Garlean. They were fighting their own.
You're saying the Emperor was behind all this? That Alphinaud is his prisoner?
We don't know that yet. We don't have enough information.
Aye, we must not jump to conclusions. Besides, Alphinaud is more than capable of looking after himself, is he not?
In all ways but financially.
I suggest we return to Doma to consider our options. Whatever happened here, Master Alphinaud is long gone, and any subsequent search may safely be left in the hands of the shinobi.
Where in the world are you, brother? If you die on me, I will never let you hear the end of it.
Let's say, here's the hug that you'll refuse. But we all know you need. Forgive me, I need a moment. Oh my god, she didn't tell me to fuck off. Oh no, she is having trouble. On present evidence, we have no reason to fear the worst. More than that, I cannot say. We are no closer to establishing Master Alphinaud's whereabouts. And the suggestion of an Imperial plot only compounds matters. We have much to consider. Well, that was a decidedly uneventful journey. Almost found myself hoping for a sandstorm. Joking aside, I'd say our birds would do a good brush down in a treat or two, wouldn't you? I'd hoped to steal a moment's rest after our outing, but it seemed duty calls. A foreign emissary has arrived in my absence. Do not let us keep you, then. Actually, I was wondering if you might join me. I cannot think of a guest who would fail to be impressed by the presence of the Scions. At least none I would be happy to receive. Of course, if you think it'd be useful. Thank you. Let's return to my manor, then. Yay, I also had a headache and took an aspirin. Well, an ibuprofen, because I don't have aspirin, but, you know. And now, let's find out who this emissary is. I'm gonna wear my weapon in. You want to be impressed? You're gonna get the great Gobo Bar. The Grand Gobo Bar. Scythe and all.
Lise, what brings you here?
Oh, Alliance business. We have a request for Doma. Well, Hian. But that can wait. They told me you were out searching for Alphino. Did you manage to pick up his trail?
Como si, como ça.
Well, if he wasn't at the crash site, he might still have escaped. We have to keep searching.
And we will. Alphino embarked on this journey as an emissary of Doma, and I hold myself responsible for his safe return. I will have our shinobi in the provinces search for him as a matter of urgency. Chin up, Alize. You'll get to admonish your brother for his recklessness yet.
Well, someone has to do it. I'm sure he's going to be fine. There is one thing I'm not sure about, though. You said it was the Emperor's personal guard that attacked Alphino's airship. But the Popularis would never have been able to arrange the prisoner exchange without Varus's blessing. So why would he sabotage his own mission?
Politics.
He may not have been acting on Varus's orders. The guard answer not only to him, but to his family, the Crown Prince included.
When Yotsuyu summoned Tsukuyomi, Asahi was quick to proclaim that a dormant citizen had violated the terms of our agreement, that the negotiations had failed. And it is this version of events that is now being repeated across Garlemald. To hear the tale, one would think the prisoner exchange never took place. Plainly, someone is manipulating matters from the shadows. Most likely Xenos, or whoever it is that wears his face.
Whichever Ascian you mean. We all know the nature of our adversary.
The servants of chaos are true to their name. Their meddling has cost Doma a chance at peace. Whoever it was that loosed his personal guard, the Emperor cannot be ignorant of these developments. We must proceed on the assumption that our treaty is indeed in tatters. But come, Lise. You have journeyed far. Let me hear your petition.
Right. So the big news is that Alamigo has agreed to join the Eorzean Alliance. To make it official, and discuss where we all go from here, the leaders of the 5 nations are planning to hold a meeting, and we were hoping you might come too. We've already seen what we can achieve when we work together, and the Alliance hopes to work even more closely in future. They think it's our best hope of keeping the Garleans in check, and I agree.
As do I. By coordinating our efforts in the east and west, we may be able to discourage them from committing their forces to a single front. I accept your invitation. I must, however, ask for time to attend to some pressing matters here. In light of recent events, the risk of Imperial reprisals is greater than ever, and I would not leave Dorma unguarded. Ere I depart, I must shore up her defenses.
Understood. I'll let the Alliance know. We'll wait to hear from you before setting a date. The meeting's to be held at the Royal Palace in Alamigo, incidentally. Do you remember the way?
Well enough. Please assure my hosts that I will not keep them waiting any longer than I have to.
Consider it done. And thank you for agreeing to come. If we all put our heads together, we're sure to find the best way forward. For everyone.
Well, my advisor and I will permanently convene to discuss the matter of Dona's defenses. You're welcome to stay, of course. Had you not offered, I would have requested leave to remain. Where the Athens are concerned, the thought not may be left to chance. As ever, we would benefit from your experience. I thank you for coming, Lise. Even if it was on official business, I'd hoped there might be time to show you the land you helped save, but I'll settle for a fleeting visit if needs must. There never does seem to be enough time for anything, does there? But I did get to see a little of the Enclave. You've made excellent progress, I must say, and soon you'll have a chance to see how we're getting on too. Till the meeting, then. But Gobo, I was wondering if I might have a word with you before I go, in private. Go on, my friend. I'll send Hakuro and the others in the meantime. I'll wait for you at the docks. What do you need from me, Lise? Go forth, be on your own. Gosh, you're almost as needy as Wooklamat. The myth of me being blind is completely ruined, but also, I don't know, I haven't played this in like years. I don't remember this. I also didn't pay much attention when I went through and gosh, my ex would yell at me for skipping scenes, and I'm like, well, I don't care. Right now, I don't care, Elise. Come on. What do you have to say, Elise? Thanks for coming. Knowing you, you probably guessed what I wanted to talk about. No, I try to think about you as little as possible, actually. Alice, she's acting as if everything's alright, but it's curious she's barely coping. Oh, yeah, I care about Alice. The Alice I know is overbearing, willful, reckless, and that's fine. It's how she deals with feeling weak. Just to keep moving her, she's afraid she'll fall apart. A lot like me. But the thing about people like us is we need someone to keep an eye on us. I had Papa Limo, and now I have my friends in the Resistance, and Alice has you in the Scions. Before you start, I'm not saying you're neglecting her. I'm sure you aren't, and I'm sure you won't, but she's a good friend, and when I see her like this, I can't help worrying, so please, make sure you give her all the support she needs, alright? You have nothing to worry about. I like Alice. Alice is important. Alice is my favorite twin. We've got this. Thank you, Gobo. It goes without saying, but if there's anything I can do, you need only ask. Sure. Well, I must be off. See you in Alamigo. Bye. Don't you make that face at me, Halabali. I don't care about Lise. I barely cared about Ida. You know who I cared about? Papa Limo. Papa Limo, the only main character older than me. I miss you. Yeah, show me into this boring meeting. Hey, Lord Ian, want to see a trick?
What trick?
Boo! There you are! Everyone assembled, so let's begin.
If we are to ready ourselves for invasion, we shall need manpower, provisions, and time, all of which are in notably short supply.
Candid as ever, Yugiri. And correct, I concede. Fortunately, I have an idea. 'Tis plain no single nation can stand against the might of the Empire. And it was only with the aid of others that Dorma succeeded in winning her freedom. So, I mean to take a leaf out of our Eorzean friends' book and form an alliance of our own. In addition to those with whom we already share an understanding, I would reach out to Hingashi and Suinosato, and further afield to the myriad peoples of Nangsha and Dalmasca. I am under no illusion. Not all will answer the call. Yet disparate though we may be, we are united in our desire for freedom. If our neighbors could be made to see what is at stake, Ascian machinations and all, cooperation need not be so far-fetched a notion.
It may even seem practical. Under the guidance of our former leader, Master Louis Soir, we once strove to unite the fractious city-states of Eorzea. I dare say that experience shall be of use in your endeavor.
We should be glad of your wisdom.
Yay, wisdom.
For the record, I would have been in favor of this plan even if it hadn't been my grandfather's, but I have to ask, how will we secure the time to carry it out? Not that anyone has forgotten,
Ourselves.
but the Garleans have airships. Lots and lots of airships. Should they catch wind of our plan, they could send an armada to overwhelm us before our alliance had even begun to take shape.
Not if we deny them access to the skies.
Ooh, Ishtola, what plan has you?
During our time in the Burn, the Warrior of Light and I chanced upon some Allagan ruins.
Oh?
Is that what those
As
were?
such ruins go, they were not particularly unusual. But something about the surrounding land struck me as odd. Faint though it was, its ethereal residue was uncannily similar to that of Azizla. Identical, in fact.
And Azizla had the barrier.
For locations so far removed to share a single etheric signature is all but impossible. I conclude, therefore, that the Allagans created the floating continent with land taken from the Burn.
While that is a most intriguing theory, I fail to see what relevance it has to Dorma's defense.
The barrier.
Azizla was enclosed in a powerful energy barrier, impenetrable even to an Agrius-class battleship. It occurred to me that those ruins may have enjoyed similar protection. I have no proof, but the Warrior of Light did report seeing a structure resembling other known Allagan field generators.
And if we can throw up a shield, they have to go the long way around.
All right. But even if we could put up such an energy barrier, it surely wouldn't extend beyond the limits of the Burn. So what's to stop the Garleans flying around it?
Fuel. The Dalmascan capital, Rabanasta, was a key Imperial refueling point in the east. By laying waste to it as a lesson to the rest, the Empire greatly hindered its own operations in the region. If an Imperial fleet were to advance upon Dorma, it would now have little choice but to travel, as the crow flies, over the Burn.
Oh my god.
I see.
A word of caution. Even assuming the generator still functions, raising a barrier of such a scale will require a prodigious amount of energy. And few places are so bereft of suitable crystals as the Burn.
A source of energy. Tell me, did the Allegans make a habit of launching things into the sky?
A curious question. Besides Aziz's Law, I know of only one other notable instance. The Red Moon Dalamud, whose fall triggered the calamity.
Just the 2 occasions, you say? Then I believe I may have a solution to our energy problem.
It's been 7 hours already?
Oh, wow.
Well, we'll finish this little storyline. I'm having fun, and I need fun.
All right.
I may. To find out for sure, we would need to visit the Azim Steppe.
Yay!
Which would, I now see, present the perfect opportunity to discuss an alliance with the Zayla tribes. How very neat. What say you then? Shall we see whether this road leads?
No, buddy. Did you need to go out?
I have been snacking for the last 2 hours, actually. I'm good. Well then. To the Azim Steppe. My apologies, I won't be joining you. I'm no aetherologist, so what skills I do possess are unlikely to be any great use in the mission. More importantly, it seems to me the ruins and the burn warrant attention. And so, while you're away securing an energy source, I'll engage our friends at Garland Ironworks to undertake a complete overhaul of the field generators. We'll need them in good working order for our plans to succeed, and I trust there'll be no objections. Have care in the burn. Have care in the steppe. From what I hear, the Zayla are like fighting with friends almost as much as foes. Good luck. Racism much? Alice, I am Zayla. Just 3 of us then. Very well. Should we make first for reunion? Well, we've got taggers on, but yeah. To reunion. Woo! Union! So this is the Azim Steppe. The tales do not do it justice. You think the view's impressive here? Wait till we reach higher ground. Seeing as it's your first visit, permit me to show you my favorite spot. Do we have time for this, Ian? I'm Khan. Can I call my tribes together, please?
I will never tire of this vista. The endless fields, the boundless skies. 'Tis a sight to make a man forget his cares.
But not his purpose, I trust. Might this be a fitting moment to tell us what we are doing here?
Of course. During my time with the Mole, I learned some few myths of this land. One goes thus. In the distant past, when all seemed doomed, a wayfaring soul came unto the steppe. Venturing into the northern crag, he received of Nama a sliver of her essence, a shard of the shining moon, and with it clove the tainted land from the earth. The end thus averted, to these fields did the wayfaring soul return, and venturing once more into the northern crag, he buried the shard, and made unto the heavens an offering of blood.
A tainted land cloven from the earth and an offering of blood to the heavens. Azizlar and Dalamud.
That was my thinking, yes.
And you believe that yonder mountains hide an artifact possessed of sufficient power to raise Azizlar up to the heavens? I suppose that might suffice.
Worth a closer look, would you say?
I would.
Okay, that's promising. The Maul are still the wrong way. From here we'll travel to Molilo. There we may ask Serena about the particulars of the myth and raise the matter of alliance with the rulers of the steppe. They can fetch Sadu. Sadu will come. Sadu's the other way. Sadu. Cassidy is with great sorrow, I must admit, that I am madly in love with a fictional character in this game, and her name is Sadu. And you will understand when you meet. Sadu is so good. Hey, Serena. Kim, Gabo, I'm glad of your visit, and the opportunity to welcome a new friend. How may we serve you? There's a matter I discussed with the Maul. It concerns not only the peoples of the steppe, but of every land in the Far East. A shard of the shining moon left behind by a wayfaring soul. I need this to protect our lands? I do. My friends and I wish to find the shard and ascertain the extent of its power. Would tell me more of this place where it lies buried, this northern crag? If that's your wish, in the mountains to the north there's a cavern called the House of the Crooked Coin. Inside this cavern are pillars of stone that legend holds to be the source of Nama's power. There, I believe, you'll find what you seek. Yes, I know the place. There's a brisk walk from here. And what are your thoughts on alliance? Should the Empire return, our lands will be engulfed in a storm of conflict, whether we will it or no. If we do not stand together, we will fall apart. This I believe with all my heart. However... Among the tribes of the steppe, there are those who revere Nama above all else. To them, the pillars are sacred and not to be disturbed. Should you proceed as you propose, such tribes are like to spurn an alliance, prompting others to follow their example. That's my concern. It's no means certain the pillars will provide the power you seek. Ere risk the ire of the followers of Nama, might you not first visit the House of the Crooked Coin? If all is as you hope, we may then consider how to earn their blessing. I thank you for your counsel. We'll do as you suggest. I have no desire to give offense to those with whom I would join hands. Thank you for your understanding. Though the Maul may reign over the steppe today, this decision will shape the days to come, and would not force others into war against their will. Nor we. 100-fold stronger are they who choose to fight of their own accord. Alrighty. Well then, Ishtola, shall we get going? Seems time has come to put my skills to use. Lead the way to the House of the Crooked Coin.
Huh, that's ominous.
I don't like the sound of something being ominous.
Well, I'm talking to Temelin if you want to know more.
Temelin, what are you seeing in the future? Strange. Amidst the radiance of your being, I sense a shadow. I pray it is but my imagination. Ah, don't worry about it.
Are we being followed?
I wonder if it could have anything to do with the next expansion being called Shadowbringers. I don't know. It feels like they're trying
pretty.
to. It feels like they're trying to. Ooh, that is pretty. Xenos' shadow, or a thing you can't talk about. That's the thing about prophecy. It can mean anything, and in so doing means nothing.
Such an abundance of ether.
Are we in luck?
We are. This is an Allergan artifact, most likely built to regulate the flow of ether. I strongly suspect the ancients used it to stem the flow from here to the burn. That would explain how they were able to untether what became Aziz's La from its surroundings. But were we to throw open the floodgates, the resultant deluge would surely be sufficient to raise our wall. And in restoring the flow, we may also restore life to the wasteland.
What is it?
While the device itself harbors a surfeit of ether, the opposite is true of the surrounding area. An effect of regulation, perhaps. A similar phenomenon seemed to be occurring in Doma. Whatever the explanation, the answer will not reveal itself here. We have seen what we needed to see. Let us return to Mol Ilo.
Oh, hey, there's a little spot here on top of the tent.
Oh, hi. We can see Moliro from here. You found that which you seek, then? Great indeed is the Dusk Mother's power. If not less will suffice to protect our lands, the blessing of the other tribes must now be sought. Of course, which side should we appeal? There are many who worship Nama, but none are so fervent as the Doharl. Their consent shall be key. Sadu!
Oh boy.
The Tharl, least spoke of them, a warlike tribe possessed of unique customs and beliefs. I sense their cooperation will not be easily won. Nay, but it'll be well worth the effort. The Tharl fear nothing, death least of all, and our alliance will be greatly strengthened by their presence. Let us go to Tharl Ka and treat with their Khatun. Sadu! Sadu! Yeah, Sadu! Sadu! Magnai, I hate you. You should dive off of your little palace onto the ground. In hindsight, I should have teleported to the Dawn Throne and then started making my way. Oh, there are people up there. I didn't realize there are people hovering above the Dawn Throne.
I think they're just NPCs.
Yeah. I didn't realize there were NPCs hovering above the Dawn Throne. NPCs are people, too. Sadu. Sadu, 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 Sadu. 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 You again.
Sadu.
Other matters demand our time, Kagan. Khan? Unless it's battle you seek? Alas, not. Quite the opposite, in fact. Alliance in preparation for battle. Promise of future battle. Sadu, Sadu. Promise for bloodshed when the Carlians return. Talking, always talking. You say the pillars hold great power? Of course they do. They're the source of Nama's strength. To the Dithal, no place is more sacred, and we will make ash of any who would defile it. Though I see this is not your wish. See the wisdom of our proposition, then? You'll join hands in us? I said nothing of joining hands. You wish to wield Nama's power to defend these lands, and this I will allow. But for leaving the steppe to fight the men in iron, I would have something in return. Namely, battle with you, Khan. Yes!
That break.
The Nadam ended ere it began. I would face you again, alone, without distractions. Defeat me, prove yourself the stronger, and you shall have the Dithal as your allies. Surely these are agreeable terms? This is not wholly unexpected turn of events, though I had assumed I would be the one required to fight. Alas, the Cottons made her choice. Shall we dance? Shall be the battle the steppes will not soon forget. Already my soul burns brighter. Prepare yourself, Khan, and await me outside the car. I will gather my witnesses and join you anon. Sadu! Get to fight Sadu! Sadu, Sadu, Sadu! 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 I cannot glamour plate here. Okay. I'm not wearing this outfit to fight Sadu. I need an outfit worthy of fighting Sadu in.
Well, duty's coming up.
Of course there is. We're going to be fighting one-on-one. And there will be nothing but the bare minimum demanded by Twitch. Alright. Go forth, Chocobo, my steed. We will put sight to spell. And dance. Hi Ian, hi Ishtola, no time to talk. Sadu awaits. Sadu.
Yes! This spot shall serve as well as any. I shall enjoy this Han.
Is this truly necessary? Have you no peaceable way of making decisions?
Speak not of peace. You stand before proud warriors of the Dathal. In the heat of battle do our souls burn brightest. We lay low the strong that we may rise higher. That is our way. The way of might. There is no other.
Oh, they do not want for conviction.
Indeed. It's what makes them such dangerous enemies. And such useful allies.
Enough talk! It is time to fight!
Ha! Haha. You're strong indeed, a worthy champion of the steppe. But you're mistaken if you think I'll fall easily.
In death do our souls sing! In death do our souls sing!
Fighting you is pure bliss. Such sweet pleasure I'll not suffer to end so soon. Haha. Well, do not tell me that's all you have. I can go all day. Keep it up. Soul demands more, Khan. Give me more.
In death do our souls sing!
My arms grow heavy, my eyes dim, but so long as my lifeblood flows, I'll fight on. That's the spirit.
How it burns! In death do our souls sing! do our souls sing?
Ha 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 ha!
Yes! Yes! Not since the Nardum has my soul burned so! Come! We have only just begun!
Enough! You were not granted leave to set the steppe ablaze.
No one asked you.
Well, well, the sun has come out to play.
Be gone, Moonstruck Coroneer! I am busy!
Fool of a Dothal! Have you forgotten the face of your master already? The sun will never set! From his seat on high, he reigns over all, now and forever. Yet what should he find here but a battle to determine the fate of the steppe? A battle waged without his blessing.
Right now.
This will not stand. You, Doman! You who come to petition the warriors of this land, forget that all Nama's children are wards of the Orinir. As first among my brothers, your petition is mine alone to judge.
These words are as wind from a horse's backside. Plentiful, but your axe sings more sweetly. Let her speak for you.
Okay.
Child, you will learn your place.
Forgive me, Brother Magni, but we have an arrangement with the Dothal. We will not abide any interruptions.
So be it. The sun will pass judgment on all. Didakul, join me.
Dang it. That hot bar being Q to Z is throwing me off.
The sun is in good company. We may dance alone.
Ah.
Beg not for mercy, for you will have none. Bear witness to the power and the glory of Azim!
See, the difference between Magni and Sadu is Magni's all...
at each other's throats like rabid dogs. Gods, I'm turning into...
Magni is all about
I
honor.
am not the patience for this. But if we must fight, let us at least be brief. Come.
Oh, okay, who am I?
Estella.
Stone
Nope, you
of
are-
the Seventh Dawn, Arrow of the Seventh Dawn, Cure Aetherwell. Okay.
Oh. Dang it. Okay.
Kneel or die!
Let's get Didactyl out of here first.
No.
Okay, I'll focus on Magni. But I'm going to arrow Didactyl for you.
Oh.
Bow down before me! Kneel or die!
Haha.
Mark well and learn! Concentrate! Kneel or die! Bow down before me! Mark well and learn! Kneel or die!
Ah. Now you're in
Bow down
trouble.
Before me! Tremble before the sun!
Okay, there's nothing to do but end you here.
Let us be about it!
Predictable. Every step you take, every move you make, the sun sees all. Now fall. Active time maneuver, oh no.
Gotta click, click, click.
Ah. Time to finish this.
Ether, to me. Have at you.
Limit break, bitch. What strength, what grace is this? Oh no! What strength, what grace. I know what's coming now. And we're back.
Never have I felt such bliss in defeat. 'Twas a battle to burn soul and flesh to ash. We Dothal will lend you our strength as promised. Narma's power is yours to wield.
Oh boy, here we go again.
What does the sun say to that?
The sun is not driven by base motives such as yours. But they have been judged and found worthy. It is the way of the Oranir to accord recognition and respect to the strong. You have made sufficient proof of your strength. The sun shall answer your call.
You have our thanks. We are glad to call you allies.
You? By what are you called?
You know what? I'd believe it.
Y'shtola, why?
Are you my Nama?
I beg your pardon?
In battle, you shone with all the majesty of the full moon's light. Your healing touch, the embodiment of the Dusk Mother's love. Long had I wondered if my Nama might not be a woman of the steppe. Beholding you, I am all but certain. Now, look into my eyes. Could it be? Could you be?
I am not interested, little son. Try again when you've become a man.
Little?
Get fucked, Magni. Pompous shit.
Little son! Little son!
Sadu, I love you.
Sadu's voice in English had way too much fun with this.
To soothe the ache, fire to sear the wound in your heart.
We have wasted enough time here. Cyrano waits for word of our success.
Rejected.
Bye, Sadu. Try and leave him in one piece for us. We need him later. And they can hear the explosion from Sadu's magic. Oh, this is teleports us right here. So I guess we're talking to Cyrano.
Talk to East.
So. Y'shtola. Offended? Not in the least. I'm no stranger to clumsy propositions. And that, believe it or not, was far from the worst I've heard. Magni's unannounced appearance had me worried for a moment, but it was not his day to shine. Still, I cannot fault the man's bravery.
It definitely wasn't his day to shine.
On the matter of Nama's power and the Alliance, the gods remain silent. That's their way of telling us to choose with our hearts. You had not only to contend with Sadu, but Magni too? What a fierce battle that must have been. Yet here you stand, triumphant, having passed such a test. They could not well deny you their allegiance. The Maul will make no such demands. Weak though we are, we will gladly stand with you. Steppe is our home, and we'll defend it with all our being. You have my heartfelt thanks. Of all the tribes of the steppe, there's none I would rather have at my side. God's willing, many more will rally to our cause. I'll send you word when we have answers from all the tribes. I cannot thank you enough, Serena. None of this would have been possible without you. Yay. Well, Ishtola, we're gonna endure. We have to endure. We have the requisite consent. Time to put Nama's power to use. If Aether flows as planned, all that remains is to have the Ironworks engineers do their work at the ruins. Come, let us return to the House of the Crooked Coin. Screw it. I can go like this. Let me put away my scythe. Just don't ask me where I stuck it.
Well, that's no. I was about to click on the bottom right menu, but a Steam popped up, blocked it.
Lord Hien? I would not have the first idea how to awaken such a contraption, let alone control it, but I'm not an Archon of Sharlayan. Go forth, Ishtola, use your PhD. I'll begin at once. You may wish to step back. Yay.
That was fun.
Anytime we get to see Sadu, it's a good time. I should have made a side trip and put on some clothes. Oh well.
On one hand, I do like that the duties playing as other characters makes me feel more involved in the plot. On the other hand, I do not like having to be forced to play with the limited moveset.
Yeah. My first time doing this, I had only played Summoners, so, like, I had no idea what anything was.
You also messed with my keybind, so, like, every time I try to dash to avoid an attack, it just opened up the Z hotbar menu.
Did it work?
It did. Ether may
Is that gonna have repercussions on the lands here?
It's gonna make... Well, number one, apparently there's, like, this has been suppressing the Aether in this land. So this land is going to see a short-term increase in Aether and increase in productivity. And then the Aether is going to flow into the burn, and the burn's going to come to life. It's going to take a while, but we fixed the burn.
But did we screw over the steep?
No. We've brought greater prosperity short-term to the steppe, and then life to the burn, which is adjacent to the steppe by the Dotharl. Power and glory to the Dotharl. To manipulate Aether in such vast quantities is draining, to say the least. I should take it slowly for a while. I don't pretend to understand what you did, Ishtola, but you did it. Thanks to you and Gobo, of course, we've taken a momentous step towards securing our defenses. Now, as much as I believe a rest is in order, we should probably make haste back to the Enclave. Agreed. The others may already have returned from their missions, and I would know how things stand. As would I. Without further ado, then. And I should probably get dressed.
Probably.
So.
I do like how my eyes just glow in the dark.
I know, it's one of the best things about the Zayla, is the liminal ring around the eyes. Okay.
No.
I still feel casual though, so we're gonna We're gonna do a casual little vibe. Just some
Business
jeans.
casual?
Some jeans and a little shirt. What's casual?
Business casual?
I would say not. I think any job that caught you coming in like this would yell at you, and they would be wrong too. People should be allowed to come in to work dressed like this in any job where they don't have to worry about, like, acid on their skin or something. Yeah. I'm still I'm still a little hot and bothered from Sadu. Hi, Yukiri. How'd the holding down of the fort go? Each of the factions left an ear to our petition. As anticipated, however, many were unwilling to do more than that. Akuro, long time no see. My lord informs me you were instrumental in the success of his mission to the steppe. That we hope to make many more allies, we could wish for no better than you and your fellow scions. Aw, you flatter me. Shola, feeling better? Would seem we're last to arrive. Everyone's returned. Time to take stock. Yep. Alice, you feeling better? I know action makes you feel better. Judging by your triumphant expressions, I take it all went well on the Asm Steppe? Indeed, we secured a suitable source of energy for the barrier. Good. Tatar and I have commissioned Garland Ironworks to ensure the field generators function as they should. Our team of engineers stand ready to send out to the burn at a moment's notice. You'd only say the word. Thank you for engaging their services on our behalf. The minutiae of the arrangement you may leave to me. Which just leaves a small matter of our alliance, so Yugiri and Hakuro, how fared you with our neighbors? My lord, all the factions we approached are in agreement that the Empire poses a threat and may respond positively to talk of alliance. From Hingashi and Suino Sato, however, received outright rejections. The former will not break its treaty with the Empire, and the latter will not involve itself in conflict. Just as expected, then. Well, there's naught to be done about it. We must focus on the rest. To each of the nations that were amenable to alliance, I will personally send a missive. And once I have attended to that, I believe we will have done everything we can to fortify Doma's defenses. For the time being, at least. All of which means I may leave for the meeting in Alamigo with a lighter heart. Yugiri, Akuro, if you would be so kind as to hold the fort in my absence. My friends, we could not have achieved so much in so little time without your help. For that I give you my heartfelt thanks. To the meeting, then. I took the liberty of asking Thancred to attend as well. He should have arrived in the Alamigan quarter by now. Let us not keep him waiting, shall we? I'm not getting dressed to go to a meeting. But...
I already look good.
It has the Sultana. I don't give a damn what anyone thinks, but the Sultana's bestie. Okay. What am I gonna wear? That, which means I need to take a moment to scholar up. If we're gonna go, I'm gonna wear my best outfit for this. Hey, another lookout point. Well, fine, I won't do you. Hey, let's get in. Ashtal has told me all, and I duly told Oriange and Kryl. Kryl, in particular, was concerned about Alphino, but I assured her that everything that can be done is being done. She agreed to continue with her own tasks for the time being, on condition I contact her the moment there's any development. So that leaves 4 of us to attend council. Ehrenwald here is here to assist with security, incidentally, though the poor lad seems altogether too distracted for the task. Another one missing Alphino, I expect. But it's almost time. As soon as you're ready, present yourself to the guardsman. I shan't be far behind. Okay, guardsman, let me in. Ah, welcome to Alamigo. The Alliance leaders have already arrived. May I show you to the meeting chamber? You may. Several cutscenes will play in sequence, again. Yay! Several cutscenes time.
Mistress Lys, Commander Aldin, it gives me great pleasure to formally welcome the city-state of Alamigo to the Eorzean Alliance.
The pleasure is ours, Your Grace. I know I speak for all Alamegans when I say that we are glad of this chance to stand with our comrades of the Alliance.
I'd like to interrupt this meeting to move that we unify all the nations of Eorzea from an alliance to a single polity under direct rulership of the Sultana.
No!
We'll get them one day, Nanamo.
We are glad indeed to be able to welcome friends both old and new.
Lord Hien of Doma, at your service. Pray, accept my heartfelt thanks for your generous invitation.
Nay, 'tis we who must thank you for journeying so far. And 'twould be remiss of me not to acknowledge the part the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have played in bringing all of us together. In times of great unrest, you and yours have been our constant companions, without whom we would not be here.
With apologies to Lord Hien and Mistress Alize, it occurs to me that we have not gathered in this way since that fateful day in Uldar.
The day I lost my arm and my freedom. As I lay in my cell, never did I dream that I would one day be given the chance to represent my homeland at this council. I would not even be alive had you not plucked me from the jaws of death. You, Yugiri, and Alphino. Would that the lad could be with us.
I too owe my presence here to Alphino, in so many ways. Until such time as he returns, I mean to carry on his good work as best I can.
Fortunately, unlike that time in Ul'dah, nothing could possibly go wrong. There are no monitorists here. There are no people to summon monsters. Everyone in this room's an ally. It's going to be great. Nothing bad can happen. Nothing bad is going to happen.
Come, friends. Let us leave the past in the past and turn our eyes to the future. My Lord Hien, pray, tell us how things stand in the east.
R.I.P. R.I.P. Admiral. Her voice actress died like last month.
Aww.
Having heard the rumors of dissent in Garlemald, I dared to dream of a peaceable solution.
The Empire will not so easily change its ways. If the Garleans have a mind to take back Doma and Alamigo, we'll be hard-pressed to stop them, even with the might of 6 nations. But while we lack the strength to fight the tide, a course may yet present itself, if we read the winds aright.
The winds suggest but one course to me. One which leads from the sea unto the river and thence to the source of all our woes.
The Ascians.
Indeed. All here have felt their blighted touch. It was the bringers of chaos who nurtured the Archbishop's tyrannical ambitions. They who bestowed upon him the secrets of summoning, as they have so many others before and since. And while they remain, we shall know no peace.
Our objective is clear. The question is how to achieve it. That our enemy parades about in Xenos' skin poses problems in itself, but ere we get to them, how are we to infiltrate the Empire and get close enough to strike?
While I see the wisdom in targeting the Ascians, An assassination attempt on Garlean soil would do little to aid our cause, even were it to succeed. It's time we used our enemy's preferred tactic. Subterfuge.
You have an idea?
Speak your mind, Master Thancred. None here know the enemy better than the Scions, and you mayhap best of all. Whatever it is you propose, we will give it fair hearing. On that you have my word.
Very well, Admiral. My proposal is thus. We dispatch the shinobi to Imperial territory. There, they sow the rumor that the Crown Prince perished in the battle for Alamigo, and that the man parading around is in fact a corpse inhabited by a servant of darkness.
Well, it does have the ring of truth about it. And were the Garleans to learn that their future ruler is a puppet, the Empire would be shaken to the core.
But at the risk of sounding stupid, would they actually believe such an unlikely story? I didn't.
Ordinarily not. But prior to his miraculous recovery, rumors of Xenos' death had already begun to circulate around the Empire. Ultimately, however, what the masses believe is not our chief concern. Our true objective is to create an opening for rival factions within Garlemald to exploit.
Just as a war of succession erupted in the wake of Emperor Solus's death.
A war which raged until but recently, plunging the Imperial House into disarray as nephew and uncle grappled for the throne. It is no coincidence that one of Varus's first acts as Emperor was to name Xenos heir apparent, family feuds being so tiresome when armies are involved. Not all welcomed his choice of successor, however. There is no shortage of individuals who aspire to the throne, who would jump at any chance to seize power. The news that Xenos is not only dead, but a puppet to diabolical forces would be too enticing to ignore.
The Empire would not be quick to recover from a second war of succession.
I am no stranger to infiltrating Imperial territory. With a team of operatives gathered from among the Alliance's finest, the plan should have a reasonable chance of success.
Doma already has shinobi in place throughout the provinces. We stand ready to act, and act we must. What say you all?
I'm for Master Thancred's proposal. We shine a light upon the Ascian and test the Empire's unity. 'Twas his plot that scuttled Doma's negotiations, was it not? Why then, if we can eliminate him, there may yet be a chance for peace. Let us wage this war of subterfuge, that we may one day lay down our arms. Gods know we never will while the Ascians remain.
Oh. What?
That way. Sorrow.
A what? What?
Oh dear.
History must be changed.
What about history? Who
Why
are
is
you?
Scion?
There's no time to ask
Ahead
questions.
looms a calamity. Ahead looms light, expunging all form and life.
The lights, the gate, the
Twin
weaving past, the
dooms
what?
only you can forestall. Only you.
Ow.
What's the matter?
There's a voice.
Well, it's not just us. Oh shit.
Ugh, looks like Thinker had the worst of it all.
Nay, I sense no such presence.
Let expanse contract. Eon become instant.
Why was it just the
Provide the gates
Scions?
that we may pass.
The hell?
Is it over?
Thancred?
Master Thancred!
Thancred? Fuck, what happened to Thancred?
12 for Fend.
Do you think it was too much for him?
Bear him to a private chamber. Have every healer make ready. Swiftly!
What's going on with Thancred?
Master Thancred remains in slumber. Though his vital signs appear stable, he's unresponsive.
What could have done this? And why just him and not the others?
I'm afraid we could not identify the cause, my lady. Our examinations revealed no wounds, nor the presence of any poisonous substances.
Gods, that only makes it worse. You're to let us know the moment there's any change, all right?
Thank you for coming. Knowing Thancred, he would apologize for being otherwise engaged at so crucial a juncture.
In gifting us a course of action, Thancred sowed the seed of all that is to follow. We have but to nurture it as best we can. To him, I would say, rest easy, that he may wake to enjoy the fruits of our labors. Now, the matter of the mysterious voice must not be forgotten. Will you tell me exactly what happened?
Alize and I heard a voice in the moments before Thancred collapsed. It was accompanied by a severe headache, as if something were clutching at our minds. Did you experience the same thing?
It pulled me into the place between worlds.
In between the voice and the pain, you felt as if you were somewhere else entirely.
The place between worlds, like where we fought Omega.
Your testimony confirms my suspicion. That which you experienced was, I believe, your soul being plucked from your flesh. Called.
I beg pardon?
Called.
I myself examined Thancred. Reach out as I may, I could not sense in him the spark of life that is his soul.
How do you know about this?
That Thancred alone was stricken so is likely due to his heightened sensitivity to the effects of ether. A consequence of his prior possession by the Ascian Lahabrea. The owner of the voice, whoever it may be, reached out to you, called your souls, and in so doing, caused you and yours such pain.
But if that's true, where exactly are we being called to?
I know not. Yet one thing is plain. Whoever waits for you on the other side is possessed of a power unlike any I have ever known.
Forgive us, Lys, but may we leave Thancred in your care for a time?
As if you had to ask. I may not be a scion anymore, but I'm no less a friend. Don't worry. I'll see to it that Thancred's well looked after. Just focus on solving this mystery, all right?
Thank you, Lys. As the Elder Seedseer says, 'tis no ordinary individual we are dealing with. Nor can we discount the possibility of Ascian involvement.
Whoever or whatever is behind this, the sooner we find out, the better.
Okay, this is actually what I wanted to push towards, because I remember this. Everyone remembers this.
Everyone remembers this? Uh-oh.
Yeah, are you going to forget that anytime soon?
Probably.
I just tried to call Orianja in his link pearl. He didn't respond. I dare to hope he possesses some knowledge we do not. Urianger, something's happened during the meeting. Thancred's collapsed. A disembodied voice suddenly started... What? That's... We should talk about this in person. Alright, we'll meet you there. That was Urianger. He heard the voice too. In Thanalin? How? As we alone were afflicted in the meeting, I had my suspicions, but if the voice also spoke to Urianger, there can be little doubt. The Scions were targeted specifically. By whom, though? Oh, I didn't do that on the right class. No. Okay. Back to Reaper. Urianger agreed to meet us at the Rising Stones. If any others heard the voice, we'll find out soon enough. Good luck. I should get back to the meeting with the Elder Seedseer. But if there's anything else I can do, anything at all, let me know, alright? Promise me. Let's return to the Rising Stones, not the Waking Sands. Oh, thank God, never again to the Waking Sands. Urianger.
Urianger! Gods, it's good to see you.
Would that our meeting were under happier circumstances. I judged the voice sufficient cause for concern even before you sent word of its effect on our comrade.
You heard it too, then?
Aye. And all but certainly at the selfsame instant. Alas, pained as I was, I could make little sense of what few words did then reach mine ears.
Who do you think is responsible? Could this be the Ascians doing?
That I cannot say. Not when so little is known. Ere I indulge in speculation, I would examine Thancred with mine own eyes.
To Alamigo, then, without further delay.
One other thing. During my visit to the Far East, I observed a strange phenomenon.
Thou referrest, I presume, to the localized reduction in etheric density.
Well, that spares me the trouble of an explanation. Yes, I noted precisely that at two apparently unconnected locations. I take it the phenomenon is not limited to the Far East.
Oh, it's not related to the... Oh.
Indeed not. Of late, our agents charged with surveilling the beast tribes have spoken of little else. In every corner of the realm, they tell of places in which the ether hath grown thin. Naturally, my suspicions first turned to primal activity, but the areas thus affected betray no evidence of summoning. I must confess to being quite perplexed.
If the same phenomenon is being observed in multiple locations on opposite sides of the world, we may safely discount regional factors. Needless to say, this warrants further investigation.
Indeed, I shall make it my task to. The voice. It calleth to me once more.
What? Urianger? Urianger? Stola?
I hear it too.
Ah, there it is.
Only you.
No! Stola! Urianger!
Throw wide the gates.
this can't be happening!
Stola, Urianger.
Y'shtola, Urianger, open your eyes! Open your eyes, I beg you! Say something. Anything. Not again. Please, not again.
This is not good. Okay, Boulder Slut, get everyone together. It's an unprecedented predicament for the Scions. Must remain strong, at least. The least of us, most of all. Good. I'm gonna run check morale. Atheme, how are you? We've spoken so earnestly of doing more to ease the senior Scion's burdens, but not under these circumstances. No less so soon. I only hope I'll be equal to the challenge. Riola. Then the selfsame thing happened to Thancred. Who's bloody next? Indeed. We're under attack. Sildair. Confound these old bones. Useless as I am, I should have been the one struck down. If you weren't useless, you would have been. Okay, sister and I will take turns keeping watch over the slumbering Archons. We'll not leave them unattended even for a moment. Good, but I'm after how all of you are feeling, not how you're gonna help. Oh gosh. Got an A. As a mage, I have some few scholarly acquaintances of my own, and will reach out for them for insights. May not be much, but it's my own little way of aiding Mistress Alice. Oh, everyone is so eager to do. Alien. Cannot be discounted that Mistress Krile has heard the voices as well. I'll ask Tatru to send her word of what's come to pass. Forgive me, that was an unseemly display. It happened before your very eyes, my lady. None here would have behaved any differently. We've borne the two of them to a private chamber. But tell me, is it true that Master Thancred languishes in a like state in Alamigo? I'm afraid so. Though, given the circumstances, it would seem best to observe them together. I'll send word to Lys that he should be brought here. Take heart, my lady. The world is full of scholars and knowledgeable folk of every persuasion. Someone out there is bound to know what ails our comrades, and how it may be cured. Thus will we rouse them, no matter what. That we will, Hori, that we will. But first things first, our comrades will have questions. May I ask that you explain the situation to them? I must attend a private matter. Well, I promised I'd visit someone in Limsa. He's been waiting at Maelstrom Command for a while now. You know, you should come along too. I think he'd be glad to see you. Is it the little kobold kid? Oh.
No.
Little friend. Game. You're everythinging me right now. Okay. Let's go. Maelstrom Command. Can I say that, like, remember when we first started and Limsa was, like, confusing and lost? Now it's just like, oh yes, we go to the Aft Castle and we're at Maelstrom Command.
Yeah, I never thought of it like that.
There's so much world and we've learned it. As you probably guessed, it's Gabu we've come to see. The private here will bring him out to us. Ever since the Maelstrom took him in, I've tried to visit as often as I can. After what befell our friends, I was taken by the urge to visit again. It's difficult to explain. Gabu. Poor Gabu.
Here he is, my lady.
You need to be nicer to Gabu. Gabu's precious.
Gabu, it's been too long.
I'm afraid there's been no change. If he can see or hear us, he has given no sign.
I see. You're still fighting. I'm proud of you. We promised that we would come and visit you together, didn't we? Alphino and I. I'm sorry that we haven't managed that yet. You know, with the three of us like this, does it not remind you of that night? Of the stars beyond count twinkling in the heavens? I was feeling pretty low back then.
No.
Powerless.
Bad break.
But I knew that my brother was close by if I needed him, and that the others would be waiting for me back at the Rising Stones.
Okay, it's done. Dun.
Not like now.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen my share of trouble since coming to Eorzea. Been reminded again and again of my limitations, of how little I can change about this world. And I've come to know the sorrow of parting all too well. But to have the people I hold dear struck down before my eyes, and be powerless to help them, that I cannot bear.
You still have me.
You don't have to bear this burden alone.
And for that, I am grateful. I don't know what I would do without you. Well, that's more than enough brooding for one day. Come on. We have friends to save.
Gabu. Gabu looked up. Gabu looked up. Gabu knows. Gabu can hear. What's with the Gabu? Let's return to the Rising Stones and take it from there. Again, thanks for agreeing to come. It meant a lot to me. Return to the Rising Stones. Okay. So they've gone. Hoary Boulder's over here. Any updates? Any updates? Okay. Nope. No updates. Same stuff. Okay. Alizé. I did some thinking on the way back, and I think Hoary's right. We need to seek outside help. Ordinarily, we turn to our own experts on such matters, but they are both among the stricken. I will begin by reaching out to the myriad guilds and research institutions in Eorzea. Additionally, Grandfather and Minfilia had a wealth of connections between them, and I mean to explore those avenues too. We'll find a way to save everyone, mark my words. Much and more has happened in recent days. Some of it good, some not so, but all around me, people continue the fight. From the shinobi who search for Alpha Node to the Alliance members who make ready to move against the Empire. They march on in the face of great adversity, bearing heavy burdens. Everyone's playing their parts, and so must I. You have your own part to play, I know, and it's bigger than most. So I won't keep you. Just promise you'll visit from time to time, and I promise I'll have good tidings to share with you when you do. Thus ends Prelude in Violet. With more of this. In the Imperial Palace.
The Populares no longer present an obstacle. Now is the time to bring the Empire's might to bear. A word from your Radiance is all it takes. But one word, and the Imperial army will fall upon Alamigo as a pack of bloodthirsty wolves and tear that feeble nation apart. Have you no words for me? Despite the lengths I go to, an emissary playing the part of a fool. When first I took this face, I swore to use all of my knowledge, all of my power, to further the cause of the Empire. My deeds stand testament to my commitment.
Oh, it is La Habrea. Is it La Habrea?
And with this adamant flesh at my disposal, I could
it's the
destroy
right robes.
the
I
Icon
guess
Slayer
it's Erebus.
as easily as one might swat a fly. Why do you hesitate? Our enemy is resourceful. Though victory is certain now, it will not remain so indefinitely. Deliberate if you must, but be quick about it. We'll speak again when you have unburdened yourself of doubt. Until then, I take my leave, Father.
I should be the one to sigh.
Hello.
I played my part to perfection. I had earned my rest, and then thanks to La Habrea's crowning act of idiocy, our favorite emissary sees fit to summon me back. Elidibus was ever a warrior. A most tiresome trait, would you not agree? What? Have you no words for me either? No matter. I've long grown weary of this mummery. Now, my dearest grandson, let me remind you of your place in the simplest of terms. You do not make judgments, you administer them. Swiftly and to the letter. Naught else is your concern. Elidibus may be an insufferable bore, but he is no fool. His choices as emissary seldom err.
Oh boy.
If aught threatens the balance twixt light and dark, it falls to you to remove it. Be it by your own hands or by your armies, you have ample means at your disposal. That is why this empire exists, why I built it.
Aren't you dead? This room is full of dead Garleans.
Have I touched a nerve?
He looks even younger than the Emperor.
You always were an easy one to read. I pity you, I do.
Oh.
As they say, ignorance is bliss. And I know how much happier you would be not knowing the things you know. The founding father was an Ascian, and he created the Empire solely for the purpose of sowing the seeds of chaos. Don't take it personally. I merely do my duty.
Nah.
To bring about a calamity requires no small amount of power, and there is no surer way to obtain such power than by collecting powerful pawns. To that end, I have labored long and hard, and I must say I am quite pleased with my handiwork, paltry though it seems in comparison to Alec.
Oh, alrighty then.
You fiends are overfond of your own voices. Mark me, Ascian. Man is the master of his own destiny.
Such a waste of time and energy, both yours and mine. Lest you forget you are Emperor now. If you wish to spout drivel about man's destiny, save it for the masses. It will serve to give them a sense of purpose, and you pliant pieces for the game. Oh, do stop sulking, boy. You, of all people, should understand. Ours is a struggle to restore both mankind and the world to their rightful state.
No,
View thus,
not again.
our goals are one and the same.
Meanwhile, elsewhere somewhere in the Empire. What in the world?
Oh, shoot. I know what that is.
That's dead people. That's very dead people. Dead. All dead. Yet I see no wounds nor evidence of battle. Damn them. They finally used it. The Empire developed an alchemical weapon in Kiribania. A gas. Black Rose it was called, and to breathe it is to breathe her last.
I remember that. I thought we got rid of that.
That did this? I thought the project abandoned and its vile fruit destroyed. But naught else could have wrought such an atrocity. I don't remember that. When did we destroy it? We didn't.
I might have destroyed it. Or, I'm not sure about the destroying part, but I remember we dealt with something like this.
Fools. What do they hope to gain with this butchery? Can they not see a rule won through terror will not endure? How many more provinces must they lose?
Because war returned into the Yellow Serpents for our disposal. The Twin Adders, I mean.
Nay. Wait, this is not the work of men, but monsters. The Asians. It cannot be a coincidence that their trail led us here. Their objective was never to rule, but sow strife and discord. Such a crime does indeed bear the marks of the bringers of chaos. Black Rose cannot be allowed to kill again. We must find the Asians and put an end to their plot.
It's been so long since I did the quest line, I don't remember what exactly happened at the end.
Was it Conjurer? Like White Mage?
It might have been White Mage, it might have been partly like Beast Tribe stuff. Like requirements to do Beast Tribe quests.
Well, achievement unlocked, the history of Violet. Soul searching is next time. We're not doing that right now.
Yeah, I think I need a break.
Yeah, no, we've been going for almost 9 hours.
Really? Oy.
We're not even going to take a customary screenshot. Let's find someone to raid into. With our 5 whole people. We've got Factorio, we've got Blobber, we've got Valens. We've got more. I don't want to go to Shenpai. Actually, let's see if we can. Can we sneak into Shenpai? We might not have enough people to pull it off. Hey! We're going to deliver everyone onto FF14 from a channel with way more viewers. Let's go. We're going to be a trickle in there, 800 plus.
Yay!